Let's welcome in John Harper to the show. John, you've covered baseball in this city for a long time. How big of a day is this for the New York Mets?
It's big, Michelle. It feels like the next biggest thing maybe to winning a championship, considering, especially judging by the Mets fans' reaction. We know Mets fans for years have felt like this team hasn't operated with a New York-style budget, New York-style payroll, going all the way back to the Madoff situation. And now you're bringing in the richest owner in baseball. Steve Cohen is going to have billions to his name to spend, presumably in free agency, to make this team better and make it a powerhouse, maybe on the level of the Yankees in terms of spending and everything else. At least that's what fans are excited about. So we'll see if it comes to fruition.
Well, Mets fans are very excited. How badly do you think Steve Cohen wants to keep the excitement going and make a splash in free agency?
Yeah, I think he does. You know, he referenced free agency right in his first tweet, basically saying we need to get this deal closed, free agency starting, and now that it is closed, I think, I don't know if he's going to go rush out and do something, but he's definitely going to make a splash. This team needs to make a splash because they have Jacob deGrom, maybe the best pitcher in baseball, at age 32. I think they need to take advantage of, put the best team around him, because if you're going to take advantage of his prime, they need to be in a position to win now in the next couple of years. So they have a young core of position players. You add a couple of superstar-type players to this core, add some pitching, which they desperately need, behind deGrom, and you have a chance to put a team together that can win a championship right away.
So you wrote a column for SNY.TV with some pretty bold predictions, one of which suggested that Luis Rojas will remain the Mets manager. Do you still think that he's the man for the job?
I do, Michelle. He showed a lot of promise in his first year. Look, the manager has to take some hit when a team underachieves, as the Mets did. But the Mets pitching was really more about the roster and the injuries that they dealt with. They just didn't have enough pitching. That was the bottom line. But he showed a lot of promise in terms of the way he communicated with players, the way he handled himself with the media, the decisions he made on the field. He wasn't afraid to ruffle some feathers in terms of sitting guys down, even criticizing them in the media, because I think he built such strong relationships. He really had the trust of the players. The players really seem to enjoy playing for him. They talk about him like he's a great leader. He's a guy that they want to play for. So he has a relationship with Sandy Alderson going back to the days when he was a minor league manager, when Alderson was the GM. So I do think there's a good chance that Alderson will want to retain him. Alderson's not the type of guy that's just going to bring a manager in for name value. I think if he sees the same promise that I'm hearing other people in the organization think about Rojas, that he might bring him back as well.
All right, well, guess we'll see. Thank you so much, John.
Thanks, Michelle.